It was a full house at the Ken Trombley Arena in Hazelton Saturday night as the Wolverines welcomed the Prince Rupert Rampage for a CIHL game. But that wasn't the only reason for the high level of energy inside the barn. It was the final big push for the Hockeyville 2010 campaign. And while the regular fans were more than enthusiastic, support came flowing in from some political bigwigs. Prior to the game, NDP leader Carol James received a tour of the beloved barn to see the state of disrepair, and she says the need is definitely there for financial support.
Well, I don't think there's anyone who could visit this arena and not see the need for support, not see the lack of heating, the cold in this arena, the fact that the roof leaks, the fact that the ice needs replacing, that it isn't standard size, therefore you can't get tournaments in here. But what really struck me with all of those challenges is that the community is pulled together and continue to play hockey.
The Ken Trombley Arena is so much more than a place to just play hockey, and that sentiment was expressed by all.
Well, I mean, it's an opportunity for physical activity. It's an opportunity to do your best and learn how to play as a team player. I mean, those kind of lessons transfer everywhere in life, and it doesn't matter what you do or where you go. Knowing that you have to depend on others to get further ahead and how to cooperate, those are all really important things.
An individual said, "This is the place on Saturday night. This is the place to come." Someone else said to me, "What will our kids do? If we don't have this arena here, what will our kids do?" This is a very challenged community. Hazelton has some tough times, huge unemployment issues, huge issues around youth suicide and attempted suicide. Those are big challenges in this community. We need to encourage recreation. We need to encourage healthy living. What better way to do it than support an arena?
I mean, hockey is important to Canada, but arenas can mean a lot more than just hockey. It's a place where people gather. It's where the graduation for the schools happen here, and I think it can be a source of pride. And this community has got so much strength. I mean, they've really been through it, and they still come together. They still have pride in themselves and want to do more.
The fact that James was in Hazelton supporting the Hockeyville bid was an inspiration to the Wolverines team.
It's good for Hazelton, and obviously you can see our arena behind us, the condition it is, and we need leaders in our community and other leaders out there to help us in situations like this where we don't really necessarily have the funding to provide us with a better arena to play in. And it's not just Wolverines, it's everybody. It's minor hockey. It's just an opportunity for kids to play in an arena that's pretty much acceptable.
Whether or not Hazelton wins the Hockeyville contest and the $100,000 grand prize that goes along with it, the need for funding remains. And that's something that James, Cullen and Donaldson are going to strive for.
I've talked to ministers already about the need to get some money in the door here. We've gotten a few of the ministers to understand the importance of what's happening here in Hazelton, and so the education's been done. I want to get Hazelton to the front of the line.
From my perspective, the Hockeyville is one more place to try and find the funding, but I think this campaign has to continue regardless of whether Hockeyville is there or not. The campaign has to continue until we get the money to fix up the ice rink here in Hazelton.
There are only 7 days left to post stories to the Kraft Hockeyville website before the entry period closes. Right now, Hazelton has more than 600 stories posted, but are still wanting more to prove to the selection committee that
Hazelton is Hockeyville! Hazelton is Hockeyville!
Hazelton is Hockeyville!
For CFTK TV News in Hazelton, I'm Karen Koppitz.